Hey, this is Buck Dharma of Blue Oyster Cult, and you're listening to the Sports Circus.
There's your long ball. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes.
Welcome to the Sports Circus. I'm your ringmaster Sal, here with our superstar guest co-host Paul Shortino. Today's show is brought to you by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and peace of mind for less than $1 a day. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, estate planning, and even contracts given to you that you just don't understand, plus a whole lot more. Call Legal Shield right now at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Again, 213-245-1305. Or visit them at nocourt.us. Oh, man. What are we laughing about here? We're trying to set everything up. As soon as I set everything up, what happens? A cup of water spills all over, and it's ice-cold water. So here we go, folks. We're going to let the mayhem begin right now. That's what we do here.
Oh, it is Bliss.
What are we listening to, Paul?
Well, we're listening to Benny Paul on drums, and this is going to be released on my solo record called Send in the Clowns, and it's a heavy metal version of the song Send in the Clowns. Benny Paul thought it was about Judy Collins. He says, what are we going to do with this song with Judy Collins?
All right, folks, you're listening to Paul Shortino. Paul, tell everybody about yourself real quick.
Well, I used to be in a band called Rough Cut, and then I joined Quiet Riot, replacing Kevin DeBro. And then, I've been in a show here in Las Vegas. I've released a few solo albums, Shortino and The Cut. And also now I have a new project called Rough Riot. It's part of the guys from Rough Cut, the guitar player's band, actually, Carlos Cavazzo from Quiet Riot. We decided to put this thing together, the two of us, and we're in the midst of writing and recording a new record, but I'm coming out with a solo album, and this song is going to be the video and the first song on the record.
All right.
So Send in the Clowns, and here we're on Sports Circus. What a perfect song for this freaking show. It's awesome.
What could be better? We have
Absolutely.
clowns, we have a circus, we have spilled water, all kinds of mayhem going on in here,
Yes,
folks.
absolutely. And I've been in a show here in Las Vegas for the last 5 years. It's been voted #1, Raiding the Rock Vault, with a bunch of rock stars who have decided to come out of retirement and rock for the last 5 years. And it seems like since they've come
out of retirement and rock for the
absolutely.
last few years. That's hilarious.
Yes, yeah.
Who gets to do that?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Retired rock stars.
I know, exactly. You come out of retirement just to go rock again.
Well, actually, unfortunately, our one of our guitar players, Howard Leese from Heart, lost all of his home and everything in the Woolsey fire.
Oh, right.
And you know what's interesting? I've been living here for 12 years, and the last day that I lived in California, I lived in Woolsey Canyon, and I fought the fires, and that's the name of that fire.
Right.
That it tripped me out. Me and my wife were sitting, kind of watching, streaming from California on the internet, and every time they said Woolsey, I just had flashbacks of, of a nightmare of fire surrounding us.
Well, and guess what? Now you've got a huge problem over there. But, some of my friends, I haven't heard from either that live in the same canyon.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
so many
property
people.
in. Oh, it's a mess.
Dave Amata, who's been in the show with REO, the fire went up his driveway and turned around.
What?
But Howard wasn't so lucky. His neighbor's house survived. His house, he lost everything.
Can you imagine a fire just turning around? And I saw that with a hurricane back in, it was the early 2000s. Remember Florida, they had Hurricane Charlie, the Hurricane Francis, Hurricane Ivan, Hurricane Gene. Gene, the last one, it was coming directly at Jacksonville, and it basically made a 180, went right back out to sea, but then it turned around again and came back in and landed on the Atlantic side. It's unbelievable.
I think I would rather deal with the hurricane instead of fire because you just don't know.
It does. But then again, some parts of California, I guess they're just kind of a war zone anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. That's why I don't live there anymore.
Well, same here, buddy. That's why I'm here in Vegas. That's right. Yes. And I get to watch great shows. Now, tell everybody about your show here in Vegas.
Oh, Raiding the Rock Vault has been voted #1 for 5 years in a row, and it's the history of classic rock and roll with real rock stars.
Right.
And we've got people from Heart, REO, Whitesnake, Yes, Quiet Riot, Rough Cut, Michael Schenker, Survivor. So we just got quite a stable of great players, and it's the music starts with My Generation and ends with Jump. And in between there is the Stones, Led Zeppelin, Queen, Whitesnake, Robert Palmer, Heart, everything.
And why are we talking about this on a sports show?
Well, because I think it all kind of fits in. If you go to a sports event, they're playing what?
They're
rock
always,
and rock.
Exactly. There's always some kind of rock.
They're playing AC/DC or you know.
It doesn't matter what event you go to. I don't care what sport it is. You always hear either "We Will Rock You" or "Welcome to the Jungle" or something.
Well, me and my wife just recently went to the bull riding tournament.
Right.
And you'd think they were going to play. They played rock and roll in there.
Damn right they did.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going, wow, this is awesome. And what an amazing event. I mean, those guys talk about the sport of taking on a bull. That's crazy stuff.
Buddy. You want to talk about unpredictable.
Yeah.
It's just like, the guys in Pamplona running with the bulls. I had a guy on, one of my friends, his name was Gary. He ran with the bulls, and they caught him on NBC on television, which is great.
Wow.
So, because you could tell people you've done it, but until you've actually done it and been seen, right? The old seeing is
my
believing,
friend
right?
didn't get seen, but he actually ran with him.
Yeah.
And he's the gentleman that actually, I think it's around here somewhere. He gives me these canes and umbrellas.
Oh, right. Everybody on Facebook Live, by the way, you're missing out. Actually, you're missing out on a great interview live in here, but at least you can watch it in person. Or not, well, not really in person, but you can watch it. Give everybody some howl, some hoot. Give everybody some deep rock.
Hey, everybody.
Something.
In rock and roll, you need to scream and shout. You're lighting up like sparkles. You look like you're controlled. Put your hands in the air, treat me like a host. I wonder if you're ready. I can see you breathe. I can see you steady, but I can only see. I want more. I want more. So come on, get up, yeah. Scream, scream and shout. Oh, lose your mind, let it out. Scream, scream, make it higher, make it higher. Scream and shout. Oh, yeah. Scream and shout. I come to this recital, and I can only see. You want to know the truth. The truth is what you'll see. We are pure escapers, and then we are tough. We just want to rock and roll. We can't get enough. We want more. We want more. Give it all. And come on. Scream with a shout. Oh, lose your mind. Let it out. Fire. Give it higher. Scream and shout. Scream and shout. Scream and shout. Ain't no doubt. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
I know you got something.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Bells will be ringing this time of year. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, and I have no friends to bring me greetings once again.
And there he goes. That's a wild show, folks. Anything can happen here.
My buddy Remo.
That's the sound of sizzling, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks from UppercutChops.com. Their best-in-class filet mignons, New York steaks, and the king of all steaks, the tomahawk and cowboy cut ribeyes are the best in the business. Even their Prime Wagyu burgers will likely be the best you've ever had. Browse the full selection of steaks and chops at UppercutChops.com from the comfort of your home or on your mobile device. UppercutChops.com delivers all natural, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks and chops directly to your door, without the hassle of going to the grocery store and fight crowds to pick from a small selection of average and best meats with injected steroids, fillers, and coloring added to look good. Find out what's for dinner at UppercutChops.com or call 714-948-0100. 714-948-0100. 714-948-0100. Or make your selection directly at UppercutChops.com.
If I was your mother and you had a drug problem, I'd grab you by the ear and make you call and get help. You can be in treatment tomorrow and start to get clean in 7 days. Follow Mom's advice and call the Detox and Treatment Helpline now. Write this number down.
800-814-8628. 800-814-8628. 800-814-8628. That's 800-814-8628.
Investors, keep listening to learn how to get your free gold report. A currency crisis is upon us. The U.S. dollar has been the world's reserve currency for over 50 years, but that is changing. It's time to protect your retirement. Decades of reckless borrowing and spending have critically weakened the dollar. The U.S. has become the world's biggest debtor with over $35 trillion in debt. Plus, the dollar's become weaponized. Countries are dumping it. Investors who wait until it's too late could lose big. There is one safe haven: gold. Diversify your portfolio with a physical asset they can't take away. Call the Reagan Gold Group right now and ask for your free gold guide. Here's our number:
800-876-7041. 800-876-7041. 800-876-7041. That's 800-876-7041.
I'm your ringmaster Sal of the Sports Circus, a primetime, nationally syndicated television, radio, sports, and entertainment show. The Sports Circus covers topics others are too scared to talk about. There's no other primetime show like it on here that'll punch you in the face and you'll beg for more. Join me, Hall of Famers, world champions, and all-star celebrity guests for chaos and controversy here on Libsyn and all podcast platforms, plus thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
We're back at the Sports Circus, and this is Paul Shortino hanging out from Raiding the Rock Vault in Rough Riot, the new act coming out. So check out and keep your eyes open for it. Yeah!
And a big welcome to everybody listening in on iHeartRadio and our NBC Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Our special co-host for today, Paul Shortino. It's a lot of fun, man. So let me ask you. Now, we were just talking about guitars off air, and I was asking you about your guitar of choice from an electric side.
Oh, yeah. From the electric side, it would definitely be a heavy Les Paul. And if you want something lighter on your shoulder, a Stratocaster or a Telecaster. I have a Strat and a Tele at the house.
I would have pegged you for a Jackson.
No, actually, some of the guys in Rough Cut and Quiet Riot. But now Carlos is playing a Flying V Gibson. So, actually, That's his guitar of choice.
So the Gibsons, you can't put the whammy bars on them, really, unless you doctor them up.
I think, yeah, they're doctored up.
Yeah, because I know with the one I've got at home, I can't do anything with it. No, and I'm a terrible player.
Yeah, some of the guys with the whammy used the Floyd Rose.
Right.
You know, and that was on the Jackson guitars and Charvels back in the day.
Exactly.
And actually, some of the guys in Rough Cut, they were endorsed. Pretty much everybody back in the 80s was endorsed by Jackson, and everybody seemed to play them. And Les Pauls got lost in the shuffle back in the 80s, and now it seems when I think Guns N' Roses came, made their debut and I think they brought the Les Paul back to the icon like the Led Zeppelin days, because that's all Jimmy Page played was a Les Paul.
Yeah, which James All Page, right? That's the guy. All right, so real quick on the sports side. So, folks, in case you're wondering why we're talking music, it's because we can. But also, Paul, you were an athlete when you were younger, too, right?
Yes, I was. Yes, I played football and basketball, and actually was quite good at it, actually.
Aren't you from Ohio?
Yes, I am.
Now, are you a Browns fan or a Bengals fan or a Steelers fan?
I'm actually Ohio State fan.
Oh, no! No!
Yeah.
Oh!
And I don't really watch
you're
professional football much anymore because of the...
Oh, you're killing me with that. I got to boo you. Just because I can. All right, so you're an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, well, I stopped watching professional football for a while just because of the
kneeling thing.
The kneeling
thing.
thing.
I had a problem with that, too.
I have friends that died in Vietnam, and my dad fought in the Korean War, and I just had so many. I've lost friends, and I just think, everybody on that field is so blessed that they can do what they do because of the guys who give their lives, and it's, they have a platform to say whatever they want. They can get on TV anytime they want.
But, Paul, remember, it's a misuse of the owner's platform.
Well, yes.
Right? So they are technically an employee, maybe a 1099
employee.
Well, yeah,
exactly.
And so they're misusing. You can't do that over at your hotel.
No, I can't do that in my show. I can't go up there and in the middle of the show or before the show. Well, we do the Star Spangled Banner before we do the Jimi Hendrix song Watchtowers. We have this little thing that, because there's video footage, and I actually narrate the whole show. So it's like, at 9 o'clock in the morning, when there was hardly anybody there at Woodstock, Jimi Hendrix closed the festival. And there was only a handful of people there to welcome him, which he was, Mm-hmm. He was the headliner, but that was the last day, and people bailed, on his performance. So, I just recently started watching the Cowboys because Jerry Jones don't allow him to kneel.
Right.
So I thought, that's frickin' Jerry! Go, Jerry!
Way to go, Jerry! Yes!
And also my good friend Benny Paul, who passed away recently and was playing drums on that track, Send in the Clowns. Mm-hmm. He was a big Dallas fan. And so...
They got a big game today. They're playing right now. They're playing the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, they are?
Yes, they are.
Well, I hope they beat their crack out of them.
Well, we'll see about that, buddy. I don't know. I'm willing to place a wager on that.
Yeah, well, Drew Brees is pretty awesome. That team is just amazing.
Yeah, I went to school with Drew. I was a senior when he was a freshman.
I'm from Lima, Ohio, and
really,
and
my family's from Findlay and Fostoria.
Oh, really? That's just right up the street.
That's hilarious. So one of the guys that's probably watching this, he lives in Fostoria.
Oh, that's great.
How do you like that?
I still have family that lives in Lima.
Really?
Cousins, and my brother moved back there. He's got a couple stores that are like drive-through stores because it gets cold there. But they also, Roethlisberger's from Lima. Did you know? Yeah.
Well, I thought it was from Findlay.
Well, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Right. Oh, hey, folks, by the way, we're listening to The Sports Circus, and, of course, with me today, your ringmaster is Paul Shortino, superstar, super mega guitarist, singer, you name it, he's done it in the music world, played with everybody, is still doing it, he's retired rocker. How do you like that, a retired rocker?
I just got on my Medicare, so it's
whatever, dude.
Oh,
that's ridiculous. Hey, walking, can you imagine, and I always thought about this, completely shifting gears. imagine what a retirement home would look like for like the 80s hair bands and 90s bands and stuff.
Well, you would see people like Keith Richards in there, I think.
But think about the music though. That
Oh,
instead
it'd
of
be
playing
rock-
the
it'd be
elevator
rocking.
music, right? It'd be
Yeah.
you'd hear some crashing metal, out of
You'd
the
hear,
speakers.
you'd hear what's Sympathy for the Devil and
Right, exactly. Gus, that's great stuff.
yeah, Highway to Hell,
That's hilarious.
Stairway to Heaven.
That's exactly what you see. That's unbelievable. Stairway to Heaven in a place like that. What could be better?
Absolutely.
Oh man, that's great.
Can't write this stuff. It's so good, right?
Hey, say hi to Gus Farag.
Hey, Gus, how are you, buddy?
Gus is watching us on Facebook Live. Of
Awesome.
course, everybody else is listening across the country here. So you've had some influences. Everybody has influences, right?
Yes.
And yours, you had a couple of them that really stand out, right?
Yes. I would say that Paul Rogers.
Bad Company.
Yes.
Do you
Robert
sing it?
Plant.
Right.
Baby, when I think about you, I think about love. Then you've got,
We entertain and we talk about
Dun,
sports.
gung, 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 gung. My son was actually born to a whole lot of love.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I remember I had to drive down to downtown LA, and that was my favorite band, Led Zeppelin. And so we get to the California Hospital, which is downtown LA, and it just so happened it happened on a Sunday.
Right.
So there wasn't any traffic. And driving from Reseda to downtown LA is at least a 45 to an hour minute drive. In traffic, you're looking at 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
And I've got my sister, and I'm in an El Camino, and I've got them screaming at me that they're going to have this baby in the car.
In the back of the El Camino?
No, in the front seat.
Oh, that would have been
Right.
great there in the back,
We're in
right?
we're in a bench seat, and
Right.
and so anyways, the bottom line is that we get there, and 15 hours later they turn on Whole Lot of Love. Nurse changes from classical music to KLOS, and they turn on Whole Lot of Love, and that's when my son was born. And when that
Really?
song was over, everything was done.
Really?
Even when he went way down inside, they pulled out the after.
Really?
But
That's
literally,
unbelievable.
oh, it was like a dream.
That's unbelievable. I mean, you can't script this stuff. It just happens.
No.
Strange things in life happen.
And
What do
I
you do?
sat there and I watched all these people come in later and leave earlier, and I'm going, hey, when's my time?
Right.
It just doesn't work that way. And she just about ripped off every shirt I was on. So
Well, that's that. Hence, you have a child.
yes,
Right? How many children do you have?
just one.
Just the one.
One's enough.
One's enough.
Yeah, Paul Jr.
Paul Jr.
Yeah, I got two granddaughters.
Did you consider naming him
I wanted to
like
name him
Les,
Jesse.
like Les Paul?
Les Paul.
Shortino?
That would have been nice.
That would have been kind of cool.
Or Jesse James Shortino.
Jesse, yeah, that would have been cool.
Everybody.
I like that.
But my ex-wife wanted to name him after his father, and which is probably not the greatest thing for any parent to do, is name them after their fathers.
Right.
Or women
Well,
name
look at the pressure.
their.
I had that in my family.
Yeah.
So my mother's name was Barbara, and I have a sister named Barbara,
Yeah.
but they have the same middle name too. And there's no juniors with girls. I mean, how do you distinguish between them?
Well, my grandfather was Paul. My dad was Joseph Paul.
Right.
So, and then I'm Paul, and then my son's Paul, Richard, and I'm Paul Joseph. So all they do is just seem like they, especially Italians, they just name them after
Right.
each other. But it's
Well,
really
it's
not a
like
good.
Saint Paul. It's always.
Yeah.
Then you
But
have
it's
the
not really a
confirmation
good
name.
idea if you really think about it, right?
No, it really isn't.
Because
No,
when somebody goes Paul, you got
I
3
know.
or 4 people.
The whole
looking-
room looks.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is it? Which Paul do you want? It's always the same thing. You never know which Paul you're talking about
No,
here.
exactly. Or
Right.
which Joe,
Right, Joe. What, Mike?
or Frank or Mike.
We know
or-
my name Sal is the most popular name in Italy, most popular first name.
yes.
Yeah. You know why? For
Yes.
Salvatore,
Salvatore.
means the savior. Right? So
Yes,
everybody wants a
absolutely.
savior, apparently.
Absolutely.
But my name is more popular there than Mike is here
Wow.
in the U.S. That's
Wow.
unbelievable. There's a good bit of trivia.
That is Salvatore.
Right. You can bedazzle people at cocktail parties with that information, of course.
Oh, it's absolutely great information. It's something to talk about when you think about it.
It is.
You know?
All right.
When the moon hits your eye like some big pizza pie called Salvatore.
You got a second verse to it?
Yeah. When you find some pasta do, you can call me too. That's amore.
Oh, that's great stuff, man. Oh, you're killing me. All right, so listen, we got 1 minute left in this segment, not even that, 45 seconds. Next segment, I want you to talk a little bit about the difference between playing in a small venue as opposed to the large stadiums. Because just think about this, even in the athletic world, there's a lot of the same thing. Even from tennis players, they play in the small arena, then to the big tennis stadium and whatnot. And we have
from the majors and the minors.
Baseball, exactly.
Yeah, even with football, hockey, and stuff like that.
Right, it's the exact same thing. All right, folks, we're going to be back here with Paul Shortino from Raiding the Rock Vault, Rough Cut, Quiet Riot.
And Rough Riot.
And the Cobra one, too.
King Cobra.
King Cobra, yeah, King Cobra as well. Folks, don't go anywhere. Lots more to come with Paul. Back in a few minutes.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah.
I'm your ringmaster Sal of the Sports Circus, a primetime nationally syndicated television, radio, sports, and entertainment show. The Sports Circus covers topics others are too scared to talk about. There's no other primetime show like it on here that'll punch you in the face and you'll beg for more. Join me, Hall of Famers, world champions, and all-star celebrity guests for chaos and controversy here on Libsyn and all podcast platforms, plus thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
That's the sound of sizzling, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks from uppercutchops.com. Their best-in-class filet mignons, New York steaks, and the king of all steaks, the tomahawk and cowboy cut ribeyes are the best in the business. Even their Prime Wagyu burgers will likely be the best you've ever had. Browse the full selection of steaks and chops at uppercutchops.com from the comfort of your home or on your mobile device. Uppercutchops.com delivers all-natural, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks and chops directly to your door, without the hassle of going to the grocery store and fight crowds to pick from a small selection of average and best meats with injected steroids, fillers, and coloring added to look good. Find out what's for dinner at uppercutchops.com or call 714-948-0100. 714-948-0100. 714-948-0100. Or make your selection directly at uppercutchops.com.
Listen, were you forced into getting a solar contract and now you just don't want it anymore? Maybe the solar company misled you. Or is your solar contract buried with hidden fees? Are you not saving the amount of money you thought you would on your energy costs? Don't worry. At the Solar Exit Hotline, we can help you cancel your solar contract, even if the panels are already installed. Our experienced legal team will review your contract and help you cancel it, possibly saving you thousands of dollars. You got to call right now for complete details. So listen, if you're not happy with your solar contract for any reason, we are here to help you cancel it. Call the Solar Exit Hotline now for immediate options to help you exit your solar contract. This call is 100% free.
800-485-3125. 800-485-3125. 800-485-3125. That's 800-485-3125.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-492-4190. 800-492-4190. That's 800-492-4190.
Okay, folks, welcome back to the Sports Circus. This segment is brought to you by Cali Vegas, helping people just like you create and host your very own TV, radio, or multimedia talk show. Cali Vegas can help you with everything you need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic every day and host your very own talk show in your very own studio. Call Cali Vegas right now at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119. Or visit them at calivegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. And tell them the circus sent you. Also, a big welcome to everybody listening in on iHeartRadio and our NBC Sports affiliates from coast to coast, including our friends over in Honolulu on NBC Sports 1500 KHKA in sunny Southern California, KCAA 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM, and 1050 AM, our NBC News, CNBC Financial, and NBC Sports affiliate right here in Las Vegas, KSHP 1400, home of your Arizona Diamondbacks. In Chicago, WCGO 1590, our Westwood One News affiliate. And in Western New York on the New York Yankees Radio Network, 1340 and 105.3 FM, WLVL, that covers the greater Buffalo, Rochester, Toronto, Mississauga,
Love it.
Hamilton, Niagara Falls, too. Of course, you know, we had Niagara Falls here when I spilled the water
Yes,
all
we
over the
did.
table.
Yes.
You know why? Because I could.
Yes.
That's why.
Because it's your show.
It's my
Salvatore.
show. It's Salvatore's show.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right. All right, so here, folks, we're back with Paul Shortino, Raiding the Rock Vault, Rough Cut, Quiet Riot, Rough Riot, King Cobra. Anything else?
Oh, seems, nope. I think that'll do it. I actually have a solo album coming out, so it'll just be called Shortino.
And you also have a record label, too, huh?
Yes, called Music Works Entertainment, and we've recorded quite a few people.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Me and my wife also are involved with the NSPCA.
Nice. That's great.
And this
stuff.
little song that you're playing and behind it, it was written for missing children, but we actually use it for dogs that are missing, and
Right.
we try to raise as much money. Actually, my little buddy, we've got some canes that we've auctioned off for the NSPCA, and Michael Goddard has actually bought one at the auction.
Right. All right. For
And
everybody, everybody at Facebook Live, they could see this really cool cane.
With Swarovski
it's got
crystals.
Swarovski crystals. Exactly. It's got
And
the
this
skull.
is the umbrella. This was made special. But
Nice.
I have canes with my signature on that
All
we
right.
auction off for the dogs. And it's similar to this. But,
Oh, that's great.
So he went ahead and made one for me, and my wife has black eyeballs and black and white in the inside of the umbrella.
Under the umbrella, right.
Yeah.
That's
So,
nice.
anyways, it's raining out here, which it very seldom does here, so I got to use this.
Right. Well, you can be cool carrying it anyway.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, nobody's going to say anything. Hey, what's that guy doing carrying
Yeah.
that? Oh, yeah? Guess what? I got a prize for you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Keep
Hit 'em over
asking
the head.
questions. Exactly. That's how it works. So, all right. So I started off by asking you last segment about small venues versus large, because we have this in baseball with minor league baseball, the major league baseball,
Hockey.
We have especially in hockey. So I'm a huge hockey fan.
And football too, right? I mean, there's football. There's Pop Warner, and there's
Yeah, all the way up to the pros.
yeah,
right?
even and you have some
So
of
even
the-
in college basketball,
you
right?
have the arena football, so even basketball. Yeah.
Do you like the smaller venues better or the larger ones, and why?
Well, they both have their own beautiful, awesome thing going on. The thing about a small venue is it's more intimate.
Right.
And you when you get on a bigger stage and thousands of people in front of you, you really have to play to the back person.
Right.
Even
kind of
though-
looking at the back,
In the
the
back.
back beam. It's not even the back wall. Right.
So you're not really looking at anybody, but you have to. That's why actually when people like Michael Jackson and they do certain jazz moves from a distance, they have a certain look. So it comes off then just standing there. So when Michael would move and he put his hand up, or
Right.
certain moves from a difference from a far away, it projects a little better. And
Well, it's funny
I
you
think
say
that-
that. Even sorry to interrupt you. Even here in town at the Michael Jackson show over at the Mandalay Bay, the best place to actually see that show is not from up front. You've got to be in the middle.
or further back.
Yeah, because it's actually made for that. If you're
Yes.
up too close, you miss all the hologram
Yes.
pieces
Yes.
and the actual effects from it.
And you kind of miss some of the sound.
Yeah.
When you're up close. And I think the same thing happens when you're watching hockey or football. The further back you are sometimes, the more you can see.
So have you sung the national anthem for many a game? Or
I actually sang for the, what was it, the what do they call it, the Big Four playoffs here or in March?
the March Madness, the Final Four?
Yes, I did at the Thomas and Mack.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I sang
exciting.
and I also sang the national anthem for the Monster Jam.
Oh, cool.
For the car thing, that's
Right, the big monster trucks and stuff.
monster
Oh,
truck,
nice.
Which I never actually experienced before. And then I sang for the Wranglers here when they were the minor hockey team.
Minor league hockey team. They played over at the Orleans Arena, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's exciting. I mean, being in front of a big crowd, singing.
And singing that song is not the easiest song in the world to sing, and I sing it very traditional. I can't stand it when people destroy that song.
Right.
You know, that's something that we all should know the words to, and we should sing it the way it was written.
Right. I absolutely agree with that.
It's just, I guess I'm just old school with certain things.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you have a value system where you're from originally.
Yes.
Things are very cut and dry. This is how it's done.
Well, I'm from an Italian family.
That's
and
right.
Scotch and Irish. So, you know, you got more whippings than you got the, you know, you got more whippings than you got pats on the back.
Yeah. Well, you want to hear something funny. So yesterday, I do another show besides this, and this guy goes, he's from upstate New York. And he goes, well, you know, I was raised in a bookie family. I'm like, well, so was I. You know, if your name ends in a vowel, chances are you were,
Yes,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Or you were around it to a certain degree. So I said, you know, look, in my neighborhood, when somebody doesn't pay a bet off, well, you know, you end up with one of these, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you get the...
You lose a finger.
That's right, because then everybody now knows, don't book this guy's bet because he's a bad debt.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, you know, my uncle was a terrible bookie, and all he would do is hurt your feelings. I'm like, hurt your feelings? Are you out of your mind? You lose a limb in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you take the idea of this is how things are done, this is where I was going with it. This is how things are done, whether you're playing sports or whether you're in music, it doesn't matter. You do it with 100% resolve or you just don't do it, period.
Yes. And I think anything you do, you should do it if you love it.
Right. And
then it's not work.
Right. And think about all those people that are either watching you or they're they're watching a sports game or they're watching you up on stage, right? And those people are there because they want to be there.
Yes, and they want to get away from all of the drama in the world. That's why they go to see sports.
Right. It's for entertainment purposes.
It's for entertainment, to just, you know, not have to worry about anything in your life for that time, for 2 hours or 90 minutes, whatever it is. It's such a blessing to be in a profession where you're able to entertain people, just like you're doing right now in this radio station, and with us fooling around and talking and getting people off, you know, talking about stuff and crazy stuff, so people can kind of just get the burden of the world off their mind.
Exactly. Paul, reintroduce yourself again for everybody that's joining us late.
Hi, this is Paul Shortino from Raiding the Rock Vault, Rough Riot, Quiet Riot. You name it, I've done it.
Right.
I've also was in a movie called Spinal Tap.
I read about that. I read about your audition at the Troubadour.
Yes.
Now,
yes,
I know about
that was kind of a fun thing. I showed up with my white leather and black boots, and I got the gig. And there were Jakey Leaf, who was an Aussie. He actually showed up, and they just showed up too late. Wardrobe saw me walk in and went, "That's Duke Fame." So, you know, so I was very fortunate to get that, and that was a lot of fun. And it was a funny thing about that was I was sitting there watching them film for a while.
Right.
And the girl that was in the shot with me was Jackson Brown's ex-girlfriend, and she was talking about how she got dumped for Daryl Hannah.
Oh.
And then my manager was Wendy Dio, Ronnie James Dio's wife.
Yeah.
And so she's sitting there, and I'm not even signed yet to a record deal. So make a long story endless, Paul Bennett, Michael McKeaton, Christopher Guest, Harry Shearer, they're all sitting up there talking, and I'm going, man, they're having a bad hair day. So then we take a break. We take a break for lunch, and I sit next to Rob Reiner, and I'm across the seat from Harry Shearer, Christopher Guest, Michael Keane, and I'm going, you guys look like the guys that had a bad hair day out there. And they went, hey, dude, we are the dudes.
That's funny.
Yeah, you know, so I felt like a little bit of an idiot there.
Oh, that's all right, man.
But that was a great thing to do.
That's great. So look, from the music side, you've done music, you've done acting, you played a little bit of sports as well. Now you're a retired rocker, right? Because you got to say it that way. Give them a rocker. Yeah, right, exactly. So how many days a week does Raiding the Rock Vault play? And where is it
used to
here
be
in Las Vegas?
Yeah, it used to be 6 nights, and now it's 5 nights.
Oh, so that's the retired part.
Yes.
So you actually get 2 nights off
yes,
a week.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
5 nights a week from Saturday to Wednesday.
Got
at
it.
the Hard Rock in Vinyl, actually. They put seats in there for the show
Really?
to make it more intimate. Because the show started out at the Westgate, which was like 1,600 seaters, and then went to the Trop, 1,400 seaters. And some of these shows, having over 200 and some shows here in Las Vegas, you know, people have a lot to choose from, so it's hard for any show to sell out here. So they finally got us down into a small venue.
Right. Well, the good news is, I mean, look,
It's more intimate.
Right. I was just going to say that the smaller venues are what? They're more intimate. You get to look people in the eye,
Yes,
and then the
exactly.
audience feels special because you looked at them.
Yes, and we meet and greet them. However,
Right.
but when you're that close, it's a whole different vibe.
Exactly. Well, it certainly is. But look at it this way: at least you get a chance to connect with the fans, and then they get to tell everybody about it. Hey, I had this great experience. Hey, everybody, when you're in Honolulu, come on over here to Las Vegas. I mean, this is the Ninth Island, right?
Yes, we've had a lot of people from Chicago.
Yes, from back home,
yes,
and
back from Ohio. We've had people from the East Coast and Europe.
Yeah, lots of people. All right, folks, we're going to be back here with Paul Shortino in just a few minutes. Lots more to come. Don't go anywhere.
Can't beat fun at the old ballpark, friends. High pop fly. That would be a home run in a phone booth. I don't know what the big deal about Cracker Jack is. Did you ever go and buy a pack of Cracker Jack thinking you're going to get a prize and find no prize in the box? Here's the pitch. That might not sound important to some people, but when you're a little kid, especially from humble origin, and they cheat you out of a prize. There's a bouncing ball. Second baseman has a Barbary over to first. It's hard to think in laudatory terms of the product.
I think if there was an occasional box of Cracker Jacks that found no prizes for the little Harry Carey many years ago.
You got that right. And boy, when a box of Cracker Jack to me meant a lot of money. Here's a pitch, bounce foul. That's the most asinine marketing I've ever heard of. 1 ball, 1 strike. These guys say, well, you sing about Cracker Jack. I said that I only sing it because it's in the song. Here's a pitch foul back. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised, even to this day, some youngsters who buy a box of Cracker Jack don't find a prize in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Well, if you're going to talk about our congressman being crooked, here's a pitch foul out of play. Why not talk about commercial products who don't do what they represent to do? They told me when they hired me it was a temporary job. Born and raised in St. Louis, and you can imagine the Cardinals were my favorite team from the day I could remember. And all of a sudden, the miracle of life, I'm broadcasting car games. And I own the town and broadcast them for 25 years, and I thought they're going to give me a gold watch, and they gave me a pink slip. Then I went out to work for Charlie Finley for a year, and that's par for the course. Came to Chicago, and I was with the White Sox 11 years, and now with the Cubs. Never missed a game, never missed a time at bat, never missed a half inning that I was supposed to do. You know, Chicago is such a marvelous city. Hey, we got some Chicago people. You know, you never succeed in this business until you've had the experience of working with a terrible hangover. Not until you've been able to come through with flying colors under those circumstances can you consider yourself a professional. Lord knows, I've had more than my share of hangovers. There's a drive, way back, it might be, it could be, and it is. Holy cow, this crowd is wild.
You're back here with Salvatore and Paul. You may get your basketball, get your football, and get your baseball, or get some snowballs. Anyways, come in hanging with us right now.
right back here at the Sports Circus. And a big welcome to everybody listening in on iHeartRadio and our NBC Sports affiliates. Plus Paul Shortino over here doing the impressions. And he does a little bit of singing, too. And if you missed it at the very top of the show, maybe he'll give you a little bonus here in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
You got something?
Smile though you're alive, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your tears and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow, that's when you will know that life's worthwhile. If you just smile.
Wow, that's incredible. An astounding round of applause from the Sports Circus. Unbelievable. Yes, folks, we entertain in all different ways, whether it's sports, music, or whatever. Just come to us. That's what we do.
Yes, and
right
we're
here
up,
in prime
we're
time.
up here on the 34th floor and we're at the top of the building, and we've got the big top just over us.
That's
so
right.
for you folks that can't see what's going on here, we're having a ball at the top of the 31st floor, and it's the I guess you could say it's the penthouse with the big top.
Right. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a penthouse with a big top on it?
Oh, that'd be great.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right.
It's raining out today too.
Yeah, well, guess what? You have an umbrella. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it doesn't
My
matter. We're
conservator-
under the big top, too.
Right. My conservator is on 0 with the rain because we're protected from your umbrella.
Yes.
All right. So moving on here. So you're a sports guy, and I know you're a great music guy. And you know everybody, and you've been doing that. You've been doing this for how long? About 300 years.
Oh, feels like it. I'd say probably about 50 years.
50 years. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Probably more than that. Probably 52 years. I started running when I was about 13, 14.
Yeah.
So I'm 65.
Ever want to be a pro athlete of any kind?
I really played for a long time football. I was really, really good at it. I played a halfback and a quarterback.
Really?
And I was actually good at all sports. And my dad wanted me to play sports. And my mother, she was in the entertainment. And her whole side of the family was my uncle played banjo, ukulele, guitar.
I love the banjo.
And he could just play everything. And her whole side of the family, my mother was a singer.
Mm-hmm.
So, I played football until they racked my knees out, and then I went to singing.
You're right. Well, the good news is, 50 years later, you're still at it.
Yes.
Right. So you have
So maybe
longevity is there.
maybe the sports I wouldn't still be doing what I'm doing.
Well, you might be in the coaching world by now.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, you wouldn't be retired and still a rocker.
No,
right?
No.
Yes. It wouldn't be any of that.
But I think let's see, Mick. Let's see, who is it? It's Mick Jagger's like 72 years old.
Oh, and he's still doing it too.
Yes, he is.
And
Unbelievable.
He's still the
And
smallest
Keith
guy
looks
going.
like he should be in a hospital. He should be in like a museum or something.
Right. I'm surprised he's not
unbelievable.
like not stuffed like from the taxidermy.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
It is
And
unbelievable.
he still can play. I saw this whole thing on a movie on him,
Mm-hmm.
and he plays flamingo guitar. It's unbelievable.
Really?
You see his fingers, and they're all bent from the arthritis and stuff, and he still plays great.
Well, the muscle memory is there. I mean, it just knows where to go. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you've been playing for decades yourself.
Same way with throwing a football, and
It's like riding a bike, man.
it's
You never
just-
forget.
Never forget. Yeah.
Right.
You know.
All right. Well, I'm cool with that. All right. So tell us a little bit more about what's coming up for Paul Shortino.
Well, getting ready to record. I've got a new record coming out with this guitar player from Japan. His name is Nozomu Waki, and he is an amazing, talented man. And actually, one of the ballads on there could be kind of pushed over in the country. It's,
Really?
It's,
Well, there's a lot of that crossover music these days.
and I'm actually also going to do a easy listening record.
Oh, so I'm going to hear you at grocery stores then.
Yeah,
Huh?
absolutely.
Nice. I'm going to be
You're gonna hear it in the elevator and stuff like that.
nice. As long as all right.
So, and then I'm also working with my old teammates from Quiet Riot. Carlos Cavazzo and I have put together a band and called Rough Riot, and some of the guys from Rough Cut, and Sean McNabb, who was actually on the Sons of Anarchy series, is also in the band, and a couple guys from Rough Cut, Chris Hager and Dave Alford. So keep your eyes open for that and your ears to the radio. Or
Is that
to
on your
iTunes.
website? Do you have that on your website
Yes,
or anything?
yes.
What's your website?
As Actually, there's one for roughriot.com, and then there's paulshortino.com. And there'll be news about what I'm doing, everything that's going on. Some of the guys, I won't be doing the Toys for Tots this year. I usually do it here in Las Vegas. I have to get some caught up on some recording and stuff.
Right.
So other than that,
when are you looking to release?
the Shortino record will be released probably in the summer of next year, and maybe a little later for the Rough Riot.
All right, that's good stuff. In fact, another astounding round of applause for Paul Shortino. I was just telling everybody yesterday, I'm going to get a T-shirt that has a kind of like a caricature of myself, because I say yes a lot. I'll do that. I usually move my mouth away from the microphone when I do it, so it sounds like yes. So it's almost like a peanut gallery in the background.
So you need a shirt that says yes.
Yes, exactly. It's going to have one of those dialogue boxes.
I need to bring you a Rough Riot shirt too.
I know.
What size are you then?
XL.
Oh, you got it.
XL, man. That's it. Boom. I like that. And I have a
I
Sports
have
Circus
hats
T-shirt.
too. Do you like a hat?
Yes. I'll take one. There it is.
I got the Rough Riot hat and beanies. Do you wear beanies?
Yeah. I wear. Hey, look, I got a chrome dome almost.
Ah.
I'm getting there. Well, I still have some hair, thank God.
Yes,
So
well, we've got baseball hats, we've got beanies. Yeah, oh yeah,
still
absolutely.
got some. I had to take my hat off for the
And,
audience.
nice shirts.
Not for everybody on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have a Sports Circus T-shirt and a hat in the car. I'll give you one.
Awesome.
On the way out, yes. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
And we only have a few minutes left here, so you're a big animal activist, right?
Yes.
And I love that as well. As am I. I mean, for me, I have an adopted cat. The cat had actually adopted me.
Oh, that's good.
And I named it Good Kitty.
I've got 4 dogs. I've
Do you
got
really?
2 from Spain, and then
from Spain.
Then I have
Well,
one.
pardon me. Could you pass the Grey Poupon
Well, they
as well?
were rescues.
Right, that's cool.
They do terrible things to animals in Spain. There's no animal rights at all there. And I went to one shelter that there were over 700 dogs there.
Really?
So my wife she didn't have any children, Carmen. So she has fur babies. So we have 2.
Mm-hmm.
They knew how much we loved animals. We had a wolf beforehand.
Oh, wow.
For 13 years. His name was Peyote, and a German Shepherd and a Lab. And now I have a Labrador, Black Lab. His name's Elvis. And then I have a
God bless
Podenco. His name's Dio. And
Right,
then
well,
I have
big
another
surprise, right?
Podenco called Ringo.
Uh-huh.
And then I have a female who runs the roost, and she's part coyote, and her name's Trixie.
Uh-huh.
I named her after the Deadwood hooker. And
This guy.
so, anyways, I love animals, and if anybody can just reach in your pocket and donate and adopt and donate is a good thing, and anywhere you're at, if it's local, there's so many people that just animals get old and they just leave them. It's just a shame.
Well, yeah, and it's somebody said to me recently. They said, what about all those dogs and cats, whatever? They send them to the pound so they can have their Christmas puppies and crap like that. Isn't that the worst thing? I heard about that. I was like, what an awful thought.
And any of the animal foundation, anything it's government funded, just so folks know out there, it's a kill zone.
Yeah.
The NSPCA usually is a no kill, so they will. So look for no kill shelters in your local area.
Okay. All right. Any last thoughts for all the listening audience from coast to coast?
Yes. Have a happy New Year and a Merry Christmas, and happy holidays to all.
All right. And to all, a good night. You want to sing a little bit? You got 30 seconds.
Oh. Just hear those sleigh bells ringling, jing, jing, jingling too. Lovely, lovely weather and a sleigh ride together with you and Salvatore and Paul. Paul
Shortino, folks. Hey, I could do that part.
Giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the snow. We're running in a wonderland of snow.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that's great. Hey, Paul, man, thanks for joining us today here on the
It's been a
Sports
slice
Circus.
of heaven.
Lots of fun. And everybody, I hope you didn't mind a little bit of variety, a little bit of sports and music mix. It's a real treat to have Paul in studio. And everybody on Facebook Live got a treat with this, too. So for Paul Shortino and myself, your Ringmaster Sal, we'll see you next time right here on your favorite radio station. Until then, so long, everyone.
See ya.
See ya. it, right?
Isn't it